We're live. Saludo, saludo. Welcome to the Krazy Vatos podcast with your host, Lalo KV. I'm your boy, Breed, and tonight we have Carlos and Jeri.
Así es. Buenas noches, buenas tardes. Ya se la saben, este es el Krazy Vatos Show y hoy tenemos al famosísimo Carlos, mejor conocido como el Perro Blanco, y al homie Jeri. Así es que saludos. Thank you for coming.
Mejor conocido como el Jerry.
Jerry, mejor conocido como Jeri. Yeah.
Y'all teach Breed 2 words of Spanish to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So,
But he's working on it. He's working on his
I
Spanish.
seen that.
Yeah, I slide it a little bit here and there.
So you guys have been hearing Carlos's name literally in the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I mentioned
up,
him. But,
Yeah. So the first one
you've
was
been brought up on every episode.
the first one was Smokey's episode. So obviously we had to talk about Carlos.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Ricardo and Emanuel. So we were talking about the Cinco de Mayo party that you guys did. Obviously, we had to talk about Carlos. And then the third one, we were talking about the Krazy Vatos, kind of how we started. And obviously, Carlos has been there with us since day one. So obviously, his name had to come
It
around.
kept popping up.
So this is Carlos for everybody that didn't know him.
I'm here.
Is this Carlos?
This is the Carlos.
They're like,
This is the Carlos.
they're looking, they're like, he looks white.
He is.
Yeah, si se mira blanco es porque es blanco.
What's the parallel?
Right. So, all right. So we were talking like right before Breeze started going or recording. We were talking about the name Perro Blanco.
For those
Kinda-
of you that know Carlos on Instagram.
Yeah, or Facebook. Actually, I love the picture of his profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, nah. I was fucking laughing about it. So the way I remember it, me and Carlos were talking. I don't know. We were talking about just random shit, and then I think we were talking about some baby mama drama or some shit.
I think more specifically, having to adjust to a Hispanic baby mama.
Yeah.
I told Lalo, I said, how the hell do you deal with this, man? I said, I figured it out. You've been trained for this shit since birth. These goddamn white people don't know. I can't deal with this shit. But yeah, Perro Blanco came up. I told Lalo one day, I said, hell, she treats me like a damn dog, man. I said, I'm just some white dog that leave in the goddamn yard. And they let it come in the house when they want to play with it and shit. The rest of the time, they just leave it out in the yard. And I was just joking. I was like, I said, I feel like fucking Perro Blanco. And the shit stuck.
Yeah, and then from there, every time I see him, like, I guess I'm part of the name because I was the one that started calling you, hey, there's a Perro Blanco right there. There's a Perro Blanco. But it was really funny because he was literally talking about like, oh, I just feel like I'm just the white dog, they just leave me outside, and I couldn't fucking take that shit out of my head. I was picturing a white dog like outside of a Hispanic house,
Peeking through the windows.
Yeah, just peeking through the windows like that. So that's where the name Perro Blanco came from. Literally just talking
shit.
Talking
It's
shit,
stuck. That's
like
how I
always.
always get stuck. The next thing you know, I'm Perro Blanco for eternity.
But you even embrace it because now you have the profile picture.
Oh
of,
yeah, I'm
That's a
bracing.
good one.
People, and it's kind of funny to reiterate Smokey. Y'all covered. I'm sure y'all covered most of that on the first podcast. Me and Chef Smokey became partners, and
Yeah.
down there, and then but it's crazy because he's built such a viral TikTok following. I'll be out in public and shit. People like Perro Blanco.
Right.
They come in the restaurant, and I'm like, damn, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
That's a nickname. That's a
You-
good nickname.
Whatever,
You ain't-
whatever
That's a
stuck
good
with
one.
That's a
I'm
badass
stuck with
apodo.
it.
You ain't Carlos no more
No.
for us now. Is the Perro Blanco. But it's funny how, like you said, like a lot of people that I guess they don't know your real name. They just they know you by the Perro Blanco.
Yep, I get a lot of it. I'm like,
That's,
that's me, because I have them stop me. They'd be like, "Hey, are you smoking?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Yeah. I'm the dog. The dog.
Yep. Or what
They
dog?
don't want to say it.
Yeah, they don't
Some-
say it.
some-
Sometimes I guess they think it's like derogatory. It's not, to me, it's not derogatory. You can call me Perro Blanco if you want to.
Yeah. So I'm
Or in English. No.
Huh? It don't sound as cool.
Nah, it don't sound as good. It's
Hey,
cool.
I
Yeah.
heard
yeah.
that. my head.
You're like white trash dog or something.
No. Hey, I'm gonna go back to the profile picture. That the dog.
It does it.
It looks pretty rough. It looks looks like he has been through some rough times, man.
Yeah.
I've been through some rough times.
That's what I'm saying. It just everything makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. Damn. What do you think about the name, Brit? Did he have the name when you met us? When you met him?
Yes, yeah, and I didn't ask because I'm like, I'm thinking it might be something derogatory. I'm like, I'm gonna leave that shit alone. And plus, I'm not gonna ask anybody's name.
Did you
'cause my
ever
name
thought?
is-
You ever thought for a minute? Oh, these motherfuckers are gonna give me a ugly ass nickname too.
Nah, so I already came in with a name. My name is.
Yeah, he did too.
That don't mean shit.
It was Carlos, and it's a good name.
Oh,
You
you
don't fuck with a
fuck
name
up
like
one
that.
time, you'll have something fucked up the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's welcome to the Hispanic life right there.
Yeah, you'll be like, what? You don't,
Yeah.
They'll be calling you some shit you don't know what the fuck it means.
Yeah. For real. So you never thought for a minute that we were gonna change your nickname?
Nah, but for a while.
We should try to change it for a minute. Remember?
Richo's tried several times to
Oh, for
change
real?
it, and he's just not. He just hasn't
It hasn't
stuck.
stuck. It hasn't stuck.
Well,
He hasn't-
Well, whatever.
We'll give it a minute.
He hasn't hit that zinger moment with it. Is why. I
Where
there's-
everybody
there's,
catches it.
there's a couple good ones. Like we don't need to repeat them if we know them. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like some guys got 3 or 4 names. I mean, like when you first come around, you're like,
Plus your 2 last names.
I mean, it's even worse. They got 4 names. Like I think it took me like 16 times to figure out what the fuck Conti's name was. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say.
and he's not even here for me to talk shit. He has
Yeah.
been. He's been helping me at the house though.
Can
We
can
went
you
all-
show us the Candy's Corner today? We have my brother Herman. He's taking Candy's place today because apparently he had a better shit to do than being here with us at the podcast. So shout out to my carnalito Herman. Yeah. Yeah, so Kanti's name. That's same thing. Like his name came out of the club too. Like that wasn't his nickname or anything.
No.
He came around
he
us.
was mad about it.
Yeah, he didn't like it. He didn't like it.
Shit.
He didn't like it.
I always wondered if he knew where his name came from, or if it was just given to him and he rolled with it.
Oh no, he didn't roll. He was like, no,
Nah, he tried to push it away, but
many times. But that's how it sticks
Yeah.
the hardest way.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can forget it. You're stuck with it.
yeah, that's your
for
name
all
now.
eternity.
Yeah.
Carlos, what car did you drive here tonight?
I drove 95.
Prius?
No, I didn't drive a Prius.
Oh, you got the OBS?
I drove the OBS.
He's got the
95.
Papaw truck out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just be lowered though. I took them big ass wheels off of it and got some old schools, rockets.
So 95, 96,
95.
95.
Jerry brought my Prius.
Like-
Everybody gives me hell about that Prius, man. I drive that Prius
Anything
everywhere.
is so
Well,
so in the
it
same
comes.
time.
Look,
I
jump
like
in
the
there,
Prius.
man.
Me and Bree-
It's like if you name off all the cars I got and then you get the Prius. I mean, I'm from.
That's like a perro blanco right there. All over again.
that's when you know you're
On
the
a
perro.
Prius, fool.
Yeah, I ride the Prius, and it's what's even worse is whoever had it before me, like tinted the windows and shit. I mean, the damn Prius is murdered out. I ride around a murdered out Prius.
Still,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still a Prius though.
It's still a
It's
Prius.
a
you
murder
know what I'm
out Prius, fool.
So
With like what, 50 miles to the gallon?
saying? Yeah, I mean, hell, you gotta
Oh, it's
save.
got more space than my damn.
Yeah, you gotta save.
Lincoln,
I mean,
right?
you gotta save.
yeah.
You gotta save money. Cars are expensive. I gotta save money somewhere.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You
Gotta
okay?
buy-
So
gotta
you
buy
save
more cars.
how much you think you save? Let's say you drive it every day.
Hold on, how many cars do you have?
I think 11. I can't remember.
Okay, so now that statement makes a little more sense.
Yeah. Now I'm from one end of the spectrum to the other. You know what I'm saying? I got bombs,
hold on,
pallets,
11?
low rider trucks. I mean, fast stuff.
Okay,
I
let's
I got everything.
let's start from the beginning. So
Yeah, I was
when
gonna say
we met Carlos,
Oh, he had a.
hold on. I'm gonna let him tell you. When we met him, we actually talked about this on the last episode.
Okay.
How we met. How
Yeah.
me and Jerry literally we were celebrating that we were about to build a lowrider when we didn't even had the money to buy a lowrider. So, anyways, we still went to the bar
Yeah, we didn't even have a
because we had a brand new bar
Yeah, brand new bar.
opening up
Yeah.
on our
Hey,
area.
That's been 10 years. You believe that?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a
10
minute.
years.
So we decided to go to the bar and get wasted to celebrate something that didn't even happen yet. So
Perfect excuse to get wasted.
that's what we met. That's when we met Carlos.
Back when we could drink, bro. 10 years ago, we could drink.
And
Carlos is
you remember
I used to
Carlos?
drink-
Oh, yeah.
A
10
couple of
years
times that
ago.
we went in there, we just got wasted as fuck.
like stupid wasted.
Now you get old and it takes like 3 days to feel better.
Oh, yeah, all week
Talk about
sometimes.
that.
Yeah.
So That's when we met Carlos. That's when you opened the bar. That was what, in 2013?
It was the very beginning of 2013. I bought that building in 2012 at B3, and then turned it.
Did you have cars before that? Did you have a lowrider before that?
No.
No.
He didn't even have a car weight.
Look,
Hold on, man. That's why he's here.
That's what they want me to come. I know this is the story that Lalo, because these guys, like I say, have known me for a long time. Or 10 years is a long time to me. You know, I don't have very many friends. I got a handful I've known for 10 years or longer, but you don't keep friends. There you go. So, man, 10 years now, you can come back and tell the same story. And then, so I mean, they've always been real supportive of me, and I have of them. That's the way it's supposed to be. But you don't make friends like that much no more, especially in this day and age. But when they first met me, I'd had old schools in the past, but no really lowrider. So at the time frame when I opened B3, I didn't even own a car. Period. I owned 3 Harleys.
Yeah.
He has some Harleys, but he had no car.
No car. I had three Harleys, and I rode day and night, sleet, rain, hail, snow, and I finally
got old.
In 2013, I will never forget. In December, it rained and was cold every day. I was like, damn. And I bought this 19. I don't even remember what year was it. Not 19.
It had to be a 90 something, 4-door Accord.
Yeah,
Honda?
Toyota Corolla or Honda or something.
It was a Honda.
It was a Honda?
You don't even remember what it was? It was a Honda. I remember.
It was a little 4-door crappy car. I get $1,500 for it.
Yeah, it was nearly what. That's how we met Carlos. I didn't even know about the bikes. I knew that he had the bar and he had his little Honda.
And a $1,500 Honda.
Yeah.
Look, I like the $1,500 Hondas. I love
that thing.
them bitches.
That thing rolled it down. It rolled hard. It kept me in there for a long time. And then because I took all my money, and I actually had to sell 2 of the bikes. And then to have money to help open the bar, and then begged, borrowed, stole to get the bar open, and then got lucky. The first year it was horrible, man. It was like hand to mouth, and
we did our very best. We tried.
Hey, we went over there and we did our part, okay?
And drink and
we did our part. So after that, the little Honda, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when, by this time, we already had a lowrider, and I think we already had the club going, Chicano Dreams, where we used to be at. That's when you bought the 50 Buick.
I did.
Right?
Yep.
And it was I remember you took all the chrome off of it, and it just looked like it was like a patina looking.
Yep.
This was before patina was
I don't know. I remember you back. I don't know. I just remember from a fucking.
It was more of a. It's kind of like, I've always combined styles. It was more like a rat rod lowrider at the time. Spoke wheels,
whatever the fuck it was badass.
The grill was
airbag.
huge.
It was badass. Whatever it was.
What motor did that thing have?
I put a 500 Cadillac in it.
This fool would fucking burn rubber.
It would do burnouts, and we would rip shoot sparks.
When you had that car, that's when I bought my 53 truck, the little Chevy truck, which is kind of like this one.
Oh yeah,
same as this one. That's when I bought it. So, and that's when we started to go out and do cruisings and stuff. And I remember I don't know why.
We used to go to Barrett Parkway.
Yeah, that's where I was going. And I was getting on the front, so I have everybody else behind me. So they literally have to go kind of. If I go fast or slow, they have to kind of follow me. So I remember Carlos was he had a badass engine, and shit. And he was like, man. Are we gonna go over fucking 40 miles an hour at all or what? I'm like, this is called cruising, man. We gotta, go slow, low and slow. That's it.
I like low and fast.
Yeah,
I do too. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, that was the first. That was the first car that you actually fixed, and like I said, we got to see all this shit.
Yeah.
We remember when you bought it. I remember when you first started driving it. You actually put spokes on it. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, me and Jerry actually, it was funny you bring that up because Jerry actually went with me. We went down to, what's his name? Down on the right before you get to El Solicito and
Tony's.
Tony's, yeah.
Tony's, yeah.
Yeah, you went with me down there, remember?
Yeah.
Put the big fat white walls on there and spokes. You took me down there. I was like, who can do these damn knockoffs? And he's like, come on, we'll go down here. And that's all.
You got to know some people.
Yeah.
Don't mess up your rims, man. You'll have licky rims.
Yeah, that was at Tony's tire. Shout out to the boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then so that was pretty cool, you know, just seeing you actually build the car. But that didn't stop right there. Like I was like, you know, we usually buy a car and you take care of it for a minute and you know what I mean. Carlos got rid of that 50 Buick.
Well, I mean,
and got a 64 wagon. Or you got it and you still had it, I don't know. But was that the second one? I don't know.
That goes back to the beg bar still. I had to sell that car to give some money back or
I remember you wanted you took it to an auction or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I remember that. And actually I was gonna ask you about that, but you know, it actually came through.
So I like to envision it as like they came in to celebrate the idea they had to build a lowrider and you're the bartender, like, fuck yeah, this is my place. I like that idea and I'm gonna build one too.
Oh, and how did you come about, you know, following these crazy fools into, okay, hell yeah, let's do that.
It was the car thing, you know.
It was the car thing. I mean, it's like, I know we're going to touch base on this because me and Lalo talk about this a lot of times. I know you want me to bring it up on the podcast.
I don't care, you know, just somebody's gonna get punched in the face.
Nah, not yet. No, this is about no saying anybody get punched in the face. Because see, B3, your breed wasn't around this, so B3 was like, I was, of course, the driving force behind it. But a lot of that stuff, nobody knew nothing about. B3 was like, initially started off as nothing but a biker bar, okay? Then we tried to do the car stuff, and then it kind of progressed. But you got to think, and if I hadn't met these guys, I probably wouldn't, you know, I always liked Lowriders growing up, but you don't really know nothing about the culture because you got to think, white boy from the South, how much are you really exposed to? And B3 kind of brought a bunch of different cultures together, motorcycle clubs, lowrider clubs, literally. And these guys met, and you would think, oh, nobody's going to get along. It's different type of things. But
it was a little at first, like...
Yeah.
But it's just still, you had that mutual respect. But the thing about it is, people just aren't exposed to that kind of thing on a normal basis. I mean, it's like, I'd never been really exposed to, you know, the Hispanic lowrider culture community until I met them. Because where am I going to go to do that? I'm not just going to say. Yeah. I'm not just going to wake up.
All your own spots don't have that.
I'm not going to. Yeah, you just not. So you really don't meet those guys, and a lot of people, you know, you have different thought process. I mean, you have different. It's like, I don't use the word stereotypes, but I'm going to use it anyway. You have that stereotype thing. You think, well, okay, well, you don't want to. You just like. I mean, you just don't walk up to somebody on the side of the road and be like, hey, what you doing there, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's go ride in your lowrider.
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
Normal people don't do
And
that.
Jeri talked to me and he ain't been able to shake me.
Hey, look, Jeri talks to everybody though.
That don't count.
Look, Jeri brings all the dogs.
Yeah.
Some good ones though.
So by that time, so you had that's how you got rid of the 50 Buick because you had to sell it to save the bar. I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
No, to save me.
Well,
you and the
save
bar,
your
we
life.
would have lost the bar.
Listen, I was worried about the bar. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? You literally just open it. You can't fucking close it like that. Yeah. Sell that shit.
So we sold it.
Nah, we actually. I feel pretty bad when you had to get rid of it because I know how it is. I know how it is. Like shit. If that's the only thing that can save you and you actually fucking love that shit, it's pretty hard. But
did you make money on the sale?
Well, it saved his ass.
It saved me from.
It saved the bar, bro. Okay.
It saved me.
It saved the bar.
Saved the bar. So,
well, it's a win then.
But like you said, then after that, I bought that wagon.
The wagon.
Yeah.
64 wagon. On bags, or did you put the bags on it?
It was already bagged.
It was already bagged.
Yeah.
But that's when you went in deeper into the lowrider thing, because I mean it's a fucking Impala wagon with spokes and bags. Like that was lowrider 100%. You know, and I guess that's when you came into the culture a little bit more. And like I said, if it wasn't for us, I don't want to say because of us, but I do know that that we are more open to show people and to let people get to know more of the culture and how everything runs.
I agree with that 100% because there's a lot of clubs out there that are so enclosed and so oh, we're this and we're that.
That's the little thing that we break, you know, with everybody, like, you know, including Breed. You is a little different because we literally didn't have anything when we met you. So I always say that we started basically with you, you know, because you have come Since
we got
that
lucky.
50 Buick to what you got right now,
Yeah.
that's a big difference. So I always say that,
I got lucky in business. I made some good decisions, and it equaled out to me making a little money, business wise decisions, and of course with that comes buying more bullshit. And I'll buy it.
yeah, he'll buy that shit.
But like you say, you touch back on what you said right quick. Y'all know me from the very beginning because a lot of people just see me at the show and I show up with them 4 cars and the shit's nice. And they're like, oh, he's an asshole. He thinks he's fancy, white, rich dude, blah, blah. They don't know me like they do.
Yeah.
Some white trash dude that goddamn had a 1500 Honda just made some good business decisions and ended up where I'm at now. They just view it as, oh, he thinks this or that. Because there's a lot of people,
And it's
in the community, you know how it is.
It goes both ways. I guess that's why we feel so comfortable with you. It goes both ways. I think our club has came a long ways since we started, and you've seen it. Like you saw when we started. You saw when we left the other club to start our own club. You saw that little struggle that we went through, and maybe that's why. I
remember arguing in the basement.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That was about
someone's about to get punched.
Hold on. Arguing in the basement.
B3 had a 2,000 square foot basement. We used to have the club meetings down there in the basement.
Yeah. And then oh man, we felt exclusive.
Hell yeah.
And then
but that was with the other club.
Yeah, that was with the original club.
And he didn't let us do it with the Krazy Vatos. It was too many.
That was
He's like, there's crazy in the name.
Yeah, that was that's maybe how it's where Krazy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like I wasn't even I didn't even remember that until you
right after that is when KV started.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So see that's what I'm saying.
So no, but we didn't elaborate. We just so there was meetings, but what was the arguing about?
No, it was.
It
was more of
difference. I don't even remember what it different. You know how it is.
No, it was
typical.
It was a club meeting. It was a club meeting where just a lot of stuff. A lot of people wasn't good with things that was going on, and that's it's just simple as that.
You're gonna have different. I mean, you're always gonna have some kind of difference of opinion. You got all these personalities. You got different people, different guys, different backgrounds. You're gonna have arguments. It's just the way it is. You just got to find.
Until it ain't.
Until it ain't.
It's just the way it is.
Till it ain't. And you punch them in the eye, then you're done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, we literally been. I feel like we kind of started together as far as the.
Oh, for sure.
Going into really deep into the lowrider thing, so that's why we like this guy so much. I don't know why. He is an asshole sometimes. Don't let him fucking lie to you. He's like, because this is he tried to pull this on you on everybody. He's like, these people think I'm an asshole. He always says that shit. So we over here like, you kind of are sometimes, fool. But
Hey, look. I might be an asshole. But sometimes they want me to be an asshole. They're like, hey, can you go? I'm like, okay, no, bro. I'll go tell them. Fuck them.
Yeah. But it's really cool. I think you already know. We don't have to tell you every time that we talk about this shit. But we literally feel like you're part of the family.
Oh, for sure.
And even Jerry said it. Jerry. So in the last episode, he said something about Carlos is the official, non-official, but. How the fuck did you say it?
I don't know.
Something like official, but not official, but kind of in, but ain't.
Like Carlos is a crazy vato.
Officially,
but
kind of, sort of, in a way, yes, but no, until he says it, or otherwise, therefore, of,
yeah,
and
something
before.
like that.
And I've had numerous conversations with both these guys, same thing, of why I never said 100%, and it kind of touches base on some of those things that we already went over, and because one of the things is, I don't want to feel like when they do events and stuff, I'm gonna be
he's too lazy.
I'm too lazy.
Look, you think Carlos leaves and he comes back with a different vehicle.
I'm not getting up at 9 to 5 o'clock in the morning to go sit in no tent to collect no money.
You don't want to go to Caffeine and Octane?
So this is he has never fucking been at one.
Damn.
Did you?
I can't wake up.
What?
No,
I think that's how I met them.
Look,
I don't think
Caffeine and Octane.
I don't just call me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, look, dude, I ain't even been asleep because I still had the bar then. I'm like, dude, I'm going to bed. So you got to think the last 10 years I've been on like that second, third shift. I sleep late and I can't wake up to go, man. That's like, that's part of the reason.
I couldn't tell you how many times I called this fool at night, days before, the day off, in the morning, like, let's go. It He has never been there. He hasn't
He
experienced
wasn't even sure I was coming today.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where you at?"
I had to text him. I had to text him like,
Look, he gonna send me the address 645. I live over an hour away. That's why I text you with the address. I know I had to.
Yo, same thing. I was like, man,
yeah. I kind of sent it as around the same time.
But that's the same thing. Like when
Hey,
Jerry
I
showed
told you
up,
it was
I
around
like,
Dale
oh.
Road. I guess they're gonna start driving this way.
No, that's how Lalo does directions. I drive for him. He's like, all right, so go towards 285. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
so we're
And
getting
then
on
from there-
285?
then from there-
No. Go past 285, make a left. Okay, where are we going? Go down here, make a right. And we'll literally do that for an hour. You should have just said we're gonna go to Walmart over here in Kennesaw.
Yeah, maybe because we under the influence of marijuana all the time.
I mean,
I do my best though. To stay concentrated.
but he doesn't get us lost, so it works.
That you know of. Maybe,
I get us lost.
maybe he's lost. You just don't know he's lost.
No, because one day we were going to get on 85 North, and we were by Piedmont Hospital. The exit's right there. I completely miss it, and have to go all the way to Midtown, like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I thought
and
he knew.
and he didn't say one word.
I thought he knew where he was going. I was like, well, I guess he knows a faster way. We're like fucking 40 minutes away from.
Like the next day, he's like, "You know, this is your turn here." Yeah, I know. I missed that shit yesterday. I didn't know if you noticed it.
Damn. So now, you say you have 11 cars right now.
I don't know if it's that many. I just bullshit my breed.
You gotta have at least.
I'm over here trying to add them up, but I'm like, sometimes
let's see.
they're
Let's name 'em.
gone and
right,
they come.
Right
and,
now, I got a 1937 Chevrolet Master. I have a
The 37, that's one.
37. I got the 42 Aero sedan. I got the 53 Bel Air.
It's 3.
That's 3. I got the 62 SS Rag Impala.
That's 4.
I got
The truck.
The
trucks.
I guess you still have the 67 Impala.
I got the 67 Impala.
It's 5.
I got the 76 utility truck Lowrider.
The C10,
that thing's badass.
I got the OBS.
7. He's got a Prius.
You got a
we're
murdered
gonna-
out.
Murdered out.
I got the murdered out Prius.
That's 8.
Gangster.
I got that new Durango Hellcat.
The Hellcat, man.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
9.
And he
That's 9.
still hasn't let me ride in that
I got
thing.
the Silverado, the blue one, the new truck.
Yeah,
the
the
Silverado. That's 10.
C71.
It's a Trail Boss.
Okay, that's
What's
10.
the Z71?
That's
Trail
10.
Boss.
That's 10
That's
right there.
10.
That's 10.
it.
I still got. I got my 74 Harley. So that's 11.
That's 11.
Hold on, let me pull the other finger. I'm just kidding.
I got another finger over here
So
somewhere.
11 is right. I was right.
11. Okay.
I have 11 vehicles in total.
Damn.
Shit.
But that's
Goals.
what you have right now. But we've seen so many cars.
That'll come.
Yeah,
out.
I'm
fast.
scared to ask how many cars you've had in the last 10
I don't think-
years.
I don't
Well,
think
look, I went today. Well, the last 3 days in a row, I went to the DMV, or the tag office, not the DMV. Well, the DMV, yeah, the same thing. So I went to the tag office, and to change my address because I moved, to register some new cars, and they had to call the state because I've owned so many vehicles. For the state to change my address, they couldn't even do it at the local office.
You had to go to the main shit.
No, they had to
Damn.
call and they had to like send some special bullshit for them to change my address.
Oh, well, just for owning.
Because they said I've owned over 20 vehicles in X amount of time.
20.
So it's more like a dealer's.
Just light
They tried to-
stunt.
Well, I'm not a dealer because I've paid the taxes on all of them. So, they changed that law here
Yeah.
a while back to try to avoid people from doing that. But I've paid all the taxes on
So you buy them, fix them, play with them, off with the next. 'cause you're
whatever.
bored with
I
it.
had like this, when I started, I had like this, want list, like a, wish list. And I kind of blew through that wish list pretty quick.
Did you
Yeah.
keep anything off of that list?
No.
No. Not
Hey,
even,
thi-
like,
hey,
not
this
even
is-
like the number one, like the crown jewel, like that.
The
that one.
number one car that I always wanted was that 59 Impala convertible. And then wanted because right now they're ridiculous. Well, the price has gone up. All Impalas, I mean, y'all know. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
'cause
ridiculous.
that's what
they've
you
gone
had when I
so-
met
So
you.
I bought this car, and then after I drove it around, then the thrill's gone.
I honestly thought that you were gonna keep it.
Well, it became worth more.
But then that
If
number
you
came
offer-
in.
the
The number
num-
came, and I was like,
it's like anything.
yeah,
If people,
What was the number?
it was pretty high. It was pretty high.
135.
Yeah, for an Impala, I mean,
right now, guys are asking if you get online right now and look. They're all 150.
Let's say 5 years ago you would have bought it. How much you think it was? Before?
5 years ago. 5 years ago, those cars were nowhere near 100.
And now 60, 70.
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Man,
that was good money. That was a
they
good
doubled
price.
the price, bro.
You got. I mean, think about it. The dang 30 Impala. I mean, 30 Impala. The 64. Remember the yellow 64 Impala convertible?
Yes, the convertible. Yeah.
I give 30 for it. Sold it for 40 something a year later, and that's when it.
I know who you sold it to.
Yeah, and he sold it again.
He sold it again, yeah.
Because we know he ain't gonna not make no money.
Yeah.
And then
that's someone else that kind of does the.
That's when it first started. All hell breaking loose on pricing.
Yeah.
And then it's like during COVID, everybody's like staying at home and more
buying Impalas, I guess, because
I guess so. They were bored on eBay. I mean, not eBay, on down online, Facebook, Cali Broker, who knows? But I mean, they're like the price has gone outrageous. I know, a lot of these heavy hitters in the United States that are.
Selling
these cars.
I sold a 64 Impala SS.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to my 92.
Running and driving, it just needed a nice paint job. Like you could have literally drive it like that for 10,000, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like right before, and then like right now I'm like, man, I should have kept that shit.
Now it's a $30,000, $40,000
right?
car.
Let that shit go for 10,000.
So looking like 10 years, me and Herman will be like, yeah, like 10 years ago we came in the game with our fucking 90s
Lincoln
town cars.
Yeah. And now this bitch is fucking 135,000.
I don't see that happening. But
And no, Ivan, I will never take it to the
you can
scrap
have
yard.
hopes and dreams, Brady.
Yeah.
But they are going from $500 cars to $3,000.
They did one up. But believe it or not, Carlos,
they got their job.
Going back to people like us that don't have a lot of money. You would literally can get them like for $500-$700, and now they're expensive. They're like 3,000.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's a lot of money for some of us. Fool. Shit.
Yeah, you can't even afford a fucking Lincoln now.
Hey, I see.
That's sad.
All you gotta do is get on fucking Instagram and look. They got some on there more than that.
Yeah. Oh no, the prices are silly on some.
It just depends. It's whatever's hitting right then.
How do you feel about Lincolns now? Because you had that 66 Lincoln.
60s.
The 66 Lincoln, yeah.
The 60. That one was my. I think out of all the.
It was on the V3 shirt.
Yeah,
and
I was on.
And you didn't keep it?
Out of all the.
I got tired. I'm gonna tell you something.
Fucking backwards doors were just too much for me.
Headaches though.
Headaches. Expensive ass headache.
Yeah.
60s Lincolns are the most expensive pieces of shit to build you've ever dealt with in your whole life. It tears up every other day. I got tired of fucking with it. I'm like, this thing is gone. It's so far gone. Some dude is riding it through the downtown streets of Japan. That's how far it's gone from me. I don't ever want to see that fucking car again.
But if it went that far, that's how badass that fucking car was.
Yeah.
And same thing. I remember when you bought it, stock fucking 66 Lincoln is still fucking badass, black. And then I think you did the interior.
No, we didn't do the interior. The interior was actually still stock.
Okay.
Black leather in good shape.
You swapped the engine.
We did an
though.
LS swap to it.
LS swap, yeah.
And then
you put the big steelies in it.
yeah, mob stills.
Bagged
car, bagged it.
You painted the shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think out of all the cars that I've seen that you have, I think that's one of my favorite ones.
I'll never forget we had problems with the LS and ended up being a broke wire in the control system. I'm the one that actually found it after all the LS guys worked on it forever and ever. And
one of them went like,
one of them got cut.
fucking asshole.
Look,
there's a little extra.
We were on the way back from
here.
Stockbridge from the tuner. It got tuned, cars painted, chrome, polished, just immaculate. It's rolling. I mean, I'm coming up Mapleton Parkway. There comes the Popeyes. We're rolling. I'm running about 80 mile an hour. And there jumps a motherfucking deer out of the Popeyes parking lot and smashed the whole side of it. You don't remember that?
I remember that. I remember that
I
shit.
remember that.
You don't? It's,
No.
I mean, it's right there. You know where? I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
I was out when that shit happened. I was like, man, I wouldn't understand if like you were like out in, I don't know, Villarica where you live right now.
Yeah.
But I'm you literally down in fucking Mapleton.
Yeah.
That Popeye's got
Right
some
over by
good
down.
chicken.
Yeah.
I'll never forget back. I went across every lane of traffic. Old lady screaming, deer. And I went across every lane. I was always about within bushes on the other side of the road. And I looked back and it caught the quarter panel and it looked like a goddamn cartoon. That deer's face was against the glass.
Yeah.
His tongue was hanging out, and it left a big old saliva trail, and the damn deer's teeth etched the glass.
Oh,
remember?
my God.
There was etching in the glass.
Damn. That's messed up.
Customized your car for you. That was a
Customized
badass. Man, that's some good chicken.
Yeah,
That's some real good
but I
chicken.
was over that. But like Lolo says, you offer the right amount of money, it's going. If I ain't learned anything, when the money's there, you take it. You don't wait.
Yeah.
You take the money now.
And remember, like,
Because it won't be there in 6 months.
Yeah.
If you try to sell something now, things change. Right now it's hot. That's like that Lincoln. Lincoln's probably the only car that I've built as long as they know me out of the 30 damn cars they send me drive or more, 30, 40 cars I drove.
yeah.
The Lincoln's the only one I ever lost money on. Because we put an LS in it. They were super popular. Then like 2 years after I kept that car for like 3 years.
You had it for a minute.
I had it for,
yeah.
that's a long time for me, 3 years. And then like a year and a half after I put the LS in it, they finally came out with some like kits to put Cody engines there. So it actually, you actually got a Ford engine and a, Ford Lincoln front.
Yeah.
And then the LS was like, nowhere, not the way to go no more.
Yeah.
So the price was
But you
dead.
had
It
it,
just
yeah.
killed the price. It killed the price of them. Like boom.
Shit.
That's like that down. He's talking about the Impala, the convertible. Shit, I made money off of it. I made good money on that car. It's gone. I ain't waiting.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember the
We'll buy something else. We get lucky every once in a while. I've had 2 big hits on finding cars and making
that
Yeah, but
the convertible
the
40.
the 42 convertible and that,
That one.
37 Lincoln Zephyr.
Well, the before the Ford. I remember you had like you had something going on at Isabella's. And you had the car right there, right in front of the restaurant.
I had the 40,
remember.
the 40 and the 42 convertible up front.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, man, the thing's sweet, bro. And like, that was like the first or second time that I saw it, and then you're like, the shit is sold already. I'm like, you just fucking got it. Well, that thing was sold. I think that one you did a pretty good hit on that one, huh?
Gave 30, sold 65.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, you
You
could have
can't-
shit
you
every
can't-
day.
Wow.
you can't
That is a
beat
happy
that.
day.
Yes.
That's what I mean. How do you? I mean, you can't.
But yeah, like he literally.
You get. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime hit. I've actually got lucky and had 2 lifetime hits like that. Done the same thing on that 37 Zephyr. Give about the same thing for it and more than doubled it again. I mean, you get lucky. I mean, you find
The
cars
right
like
person.
that.
But you did that back when the shit wasn't as crazy as right now as far as prices.
Nope.
Like
Now,
to
anybody
me,
can
that
do
was
if
a
they
good
got
hit.
it.
Because believe it or not, I do the same thing that Carlos does. It's just on another level.
You gotta go.
You know what I mean?
You build.
I
up
deal
to it.
with like $5,000
Shitty
cars.
You
Honda
built-
and then work your way
Well,
up.
I mean, I started with a 50 Buick that had rust in it.
I remember, yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
so
I'm here trying, man. I'm still
you
trying.
just got it down, bump it as you go.
But yeah,
Like I
but
said,
like
I
back
was-
then, I remember
I got lucky and hit a couple of good licks on that shit. It's just
Yeah.
pure luck.
that one was a pretty good one. I always remember that one because the car was in pretty good shape for the type of car that it was, the year and everything.
I was sad we got to that collection like at the end. We could have actually sold 2 cars on that collection. You didn't see one of them. One of them got sold. They never even left the parking lot.
That's what I was gonna tell you. I think there has been cars that we haven't even seen, but on pictures that he's just flip them.
That's the game.
I enjoy
I mean,
it.
you did that for a good minute, though. That was
I mean,
like,
I do. I enjoy the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like
no, but after B3 closed and you wasn't really doing nothing, that was like your thing.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to find these cars, right?
No,
I mean, it's not like somebody's like, "Hey, I got this rare find in my
No,
garage,
hell no.
Carlos."
You had to build. I mean, I spend girlfriend bitches. I spend 15 hours a day on goddamn my phone. I mean, they can be damn hitting up girls and I'm damn looking for cars 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And then or maybe 23 the other. Well, I've been a girl, but and then
Yeah.
but so I mean, it's if you're gonna do that, it's a constant hustle. But the thing about it is, in the progress of doing that, I've met people all over the United States. I get phone calls. Prime example. I just bought. Y'all hadn't seen this one yet because I'm waiting on the damn tires for it, and we're gonna lower it next week, or just put like a 3-inch drop on it. So I bought a nut.
Look, that's a normal thing Carlos does to us, you guys. Like that right there. Like, oh, I just bought this. I'm gonna show it to you when I do some things to it.
I don't want you to see it. So
Is that the one you're looking at for the auction?
No, the 53 Bel Air hardtop.
That's not it.
No,
Okay.
that's one I just bought. That's what I'm just saying. That's what I'm talking about. So I get a text message 2 weeks ago. Text message says just a picture of a car. It says you need to buy this car. This guy lives in Orange County, California. The car is in Michigan. It's an all original, accessorized out 53. They're asking this amount of money for it, but it's worth, $5,000 or $8,000 for it. I mean, to make $5,000 on a middle $10,000 car, $15,000, $18,000 car, and the car's worth 23, 25, 28, maybe the right person. All original paint. Not a. One big thing is like with the original paint, it's not red, black, or white. It's a cool color. Something you don't see every day. Interior is original. So I get this text message that says, "Call this dude. Here's the car." Hell, I call the guy up, buy the car. Oh, guy won't sell the car. You have to be standing there in person.
Yeah.
There's been 20 people calling from California. I'll wire you the money right now. 90-year-old white dude. He's not selling that car unless you're standing there.
Oh, he wants to make a deal.
I get on Facebook. I'm like, who do I know in Michigan?
I seen that post.
Within 5 minutes, a buddy of mine calls me and says my cousin lives 10 miles away from there. Guy calls me in the next 5 minutes. He's there the next morning, makes a deal for me. Try to pay him a finder's fee just to go look at the car. He won't even take the money. Wire the band the money the next day. They shipped the car. We got a 53 Bel Air.
So you didn't even have to do the trip. You just
no. I got two
And
phones.
then the guy
But
just didn't even want to find her
it
sister.
sounds-
Didn't want to
So
look for
what
it.
I'm getting at, you build this giant. You build this giant community of people all over the U.S. and people are calling you about stuff because a lot of stuff, even the last 59 that I tried to buy and sell that didn't turn out, but somebody called me about it. I mean, you get cars, and the guys help you out too. I mean, I helped a guy out that I actually bought my 59 from. But I went and looked at a car for him.
So you basically start building
You build this giant network of people.
a network, yeah.
And they call you. I mean, I get people send me stuff. I mean, 99% of it is junk. So nobody just because I say that, don't quit sending shit. But you have to
start sending you some Lincolns.
You have to
look at this, hey, bro.
This 92
This
price
one is
going up.
Look,
you can make 600 off of this
yeah,
one.
easy. This is AC $500 right now.
Look, see the name. It's an
I
old
know
lady.
somebody looking for one right now.
It better be fine.
They want to give it away on the next Super Show.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, that dude was legit happy. I was happy with that dude.
Yes, he's having fun with that
awesome,
car.
man.
He's doing all kinds of shit to it.
Yeah, I see.
Took it to a quinceañera.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the giveaway car? Yeah.
Yeah, you talk
What's
about
his name?
that.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah, he bought. Yeah.
Yeah, shout outs all the way up to Tennessee if you guys are watching, and to the lucky guy that took the car. We seen that he's all hands on that shit.
Hands on, bro.
Yeah.
Hands on, bro.
Which that's pretty cool. That's me and the guys we used to talk about like, man, I hope the person that takes it is not someone that's like, fuck this piece of shit, and doesn't really appreciate it.
Hey, I'd have sold that motherfucker before I left the stage.
I know.
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Who wants to
And
buy
that
this
would
piece
and that
of
would have
shit?
been and
I'm
that would have been
gone.
fine. That would have been even better because somebody would have been like, look, this dude is
They
like,
would have made some money right
he's
there.
like fuck a lowrider.
I think that he was the right guy for the car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
fantastic.
I
I've seen all his posts and shit. I started following him just to damn.
Just to catch up.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We still not sure if we're gonna do that again next year because it is a lot of work and it's.
I know
Believe it or not, it's a Lincoln, but it's a lot of money to us, Carlos. Okay?
we got to find a bigger place. Where it's FYI, me and Lola's all been working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we already know.
next year, for
Can we?
Super
I guess
Show-
we can say we got kicked out of it too.
I mean, they kicked Carlos out. I think we're still good, right?
No, I think Carlos good. Carlos should be good.
I think I'm good. I don't think y'all are good. No.
So
We ain't good.
this is where Carlos comes in as far as the Krazy Vatos, Krazy Vatos
his big role.
on because he don't see it, and we always try to
Yeah,
tell
we
him
do.
like he's like I don't want to be parking cars on the
Dude,
the show. Like
do so much.
look, there's people like that does other shit at the show or even out of the show that is a big part of the show.
To build the show.
To do the show, and you already did your work, you know, and you always do it.
I know, and I enjoy the part I know, and the part I do enjoy is more getting ready for, you know, the back office logistics stuff, which I'm, you know, I think I'm good at, you know. That's why
no, you are, and you always do it.
No, you came
for us, you know, for our show, for the club, or, you know, for even. I want to say even for the people in Atlanta, because we do the show for the people in Atlanta. So, you know.
For sure. I mean, I
love
surrounding
areas.
Look, you just need to get a driver.
And surrounding areas,
or 3, so that way when there's a show, you don't have to keep leaving to do vehicle switches. You just show up.
Well, this last time it was like super hot, and I had the baby by myself, and it was like his first cruise in Impala, you know, and he got hot, and I don't lie, I got hot, and I'm like, fuck this.
We both hot.
And then, so I went back and got a car and come back. You know, we changed down. You know, we showed up with some air conditioning the second time, third time, I can't remember. And but you know, normally at that show, we do that. I usually go like the first in the morning. Like this is the first year that you can ask them that I didn't rent an RV.
Yeah, he brings an RV to
I
the
rent
show.
an RV.
That's how lazy and hot it is. Like, it's too hot. I'm just look through the window.
That's why, listen, FYI, y'all get ready. Next year is going to be fucking indoors if I have anything to do with it.
Oh,
we're working on it.
We're working on it. We're going to let that little bit out of the bag. Me and Lala's will be working next year. Yeah. You know, we're trying to, you know, follow suit with some of these big things.
I want to say we already made some calls, but Carlos made some calls.
We made some calls. I told Lala about it.
I mean, you made the call to call Carlos.
I was there when Carlos made the call.
Yeah,
so
he was
that's got to count, you know. That's got to count.
And then, so, you know, hopefully next year, because I mean, we're trying to do. Obviously, we know, you know. I don't want to say one coast is better than another coast, but I mean, you got these car shows in the West Coast, and you know, you got 1,000 cars indoors. And it's down. You know, it's nice, and it's, you know,
it's nice and cool,
it's 70 degrees and just chilling. Everything set up. That's our goal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These guys, I give them a hell of a lot of credit.
There's indoor car shows? I've been sweating my whole life going to car shows.
Go to a Lowrider or Bomb show, or, you know, on the West Coast, and see. You'll be dumbfounded. Yeah. It's ridiculous, man.
Well, we need to go.
No, we are going. We ain't even got that part yet. We're going to the Vegas show.
I'm ready to get tickets. I'm ready to get tickets.
That's a done deal. I done talked to Joe the other day. I got to send some pictures. We're going to get to that.
So we were talking about it. We're going to
Vegas.
I'm ready
to order my tickets like right now.
We're going to Vegas.
Even though we said we was going to Torres and we didn't make it, Jerry. But that's here nor there.
We all said that.
Yeah.
We all said
that's
that.
On the past. Okay, let's.
Yeah. But like I was saying, this next year, we're really hoping for an indoor show. Like I was telling Braid, if you ain't never, I mean, there'll be 1,000 cars indoors. And then, I mean, it's like.
You're not even sweating.
And you're not even sweating. Hey.
But yeah, this year is the only year that I didn't bring an RV to the Lowrider show, because it's got bigger and bigger every year. I mean, obviously, this is, you know, the biggest, in my opinion.
Yeah,
this is the biggest one yet, and it's like the biggest Lowrider show in Georgia. I mean, that I've ever seen. I've never been to a bigger one. It's just straight Lowrider, and it's, you know, it's stuff for y'all done. And this year, you got to think we've seen guys come further than ever before.
Yes. Yes.
So they're starting to come. So now,
hey, one of our homies came from Oxnard. Oxnard, that's got to be like the furthest, right? Cali?
California, yeah.
Like,
I was about to say, where is that?
Like Cali somewhere? I don't know.
Yeah,
I tried to map back out.
No, is it
I pulled
Nevada,
my phone out and forgot what app I was going to.
Is it Nevada or Cali?
No, it's California.
No, it's Cali.
Yeah. So I mean, you got guys. I mean, especially this year.
My bad.
Get them. You know, they came from, especially every surrounding state. I mean, there was more turnout from different states than ever before at this show. And like I say, like I said, I've been part of it from the beginning, so I mean, I know it's, you know, it's been this next year.
Yeah, we
that was the most Lowriders I've ever seen in my life.
Get ready for next. If everything goes according to plan, next year will be bigger than this year. And let's get indoors. You got to think. You got 2,000 people want to show up when it's 100. At least late. I'll say 100. This time wasn't 100.
Pretty close.
No, it was close. It was close,
but you got that many people show up, and we ran out of room down there. And we thought, I mean,
we ran out of room. What was it? 4 baseball fields?
4.
It was more than that, and then plus the parking lot, the park across the street, down the street. I mean,
plus the soccer field parking lot.
I didn't even know you guys fill all that.
Oh, I had to,
ridiculous.
It was so packed, and I could see that it was already overfilling. I took a whole bunch of, I just remade another parking crew and ran across the street and just started slinging it.
They were parking all the way down at the gas station down the street. That one way down there at All-Star Food Store.
Someone
And
told me
walking.
they waited 20 minutes in traffic and they weren't even trying to go to the show. They just, I knew them and they was trying to go to work and it was like, it took me 20 minutes to cross that little street because of y'all's traffic. I'm like, I'm sorry,
Oops.
but that's badass.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, my wife was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun because she was
Yeah.
like, "Come to the car,"
Yeah,
and I
next
walked
year.
out there and was
Hey, we're excited,
blown
bro.
away.
Excited. I didn't know, so y'all been holding out on me. I thought it was like part of the little fucking
Yeah, I didn't know either.
thing.
Well, now you guys know, and
Now
everybody.
everybody.
Now
knows.
everybody
But keep
knows. I
that. Just
appreciate
we got to keep it secret. Though. We
letting
can't
us,
tell nobody
letting us
else.
all know. I appreciate that.
I mean,
No, that's
I
cool.
guess we kind of think the same. Like
Yeah.
we know we're gonna make sure that we actually have something
I know, of course,
secure.
of course.
Like we want to secure the bag first, and then.
Yeah, no,
actually-
you already let the bag out.
But that's
Hey, let's shoot for it.
Oh,
Shit, you know I'm down.
Well, we kind of go ahead and forewarn you too, because if it's gonna
Nah,
be if it's gonna be that much fancier, it may just be a little bit more money. So
Oh, yeah.
just
oh yeah.
We
yeah,
already
expect
know,
that.
bro. We already
expect that. You know what I'm
Expect
saying?
that.
Not,
What you mean a little bit? Indoors ain't cheap.
yeah, indoors ain't cheap.
cheap. I mean, shit.
The,
we've been
the
doing
one
good
the one
outdoors.
the one space we looked at so far is going to be between $60,000 and $80,000.
Yeah.
So
That being said,
We like
Obviously-
pass the collection plate around.
we
at this
obviously
moment.
gonna have to raise up the
but it's going to be worth it. It won't be like that truck show.
the fees, you know. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was surprised
Definitely.
at the show, bro.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Definitely. I mean, definitely a show,
sponsors,
better
though.
location.
Hey, anybody out there that's like, you know what? I want to be part of this shit. Hit us up, man. Hit us up because the sponsors will be necessary and
sure, for
appreciated.
sure. I
Because
mean,
that way
it's-
we don't have to raise the price up so much.
It's,
Because I know
it's
that's where
part
you're
of
going.
I mean, they're always a big part of the show. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
the sponsors is who literally help us pay
And
everything.
expect some bigger name, hopefully some bigger name and
yeah,
some nationwide stuff coming in. It's
as
gonna
far
be-
as
it's
far as
gonna be-
sponsors, yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. That's what we're aiming for, and I think we have the right people to do it, and I don't see why not. You know,
Yeah. So
and
we
if it
jump
doesn't
back-
happen this year, we're gonna
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna
we
keep
get it.
trying.
We've been trying.
Which
We've been
I mean,
trying.
we're always networking, and which is going to lead back to what Jerry said, and I know Brady wants to get to. You know, hopefully, we got a big. Everybody's going to Vegas this year.
Yeah, we actually are going.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Should I take my merchandise? Should like try to sell my raffles and all that shit? Because I like going to the shows. I love going to the shows, but I am so fucking like I see so much that could be done everywhere I go. I'm like, why am I not doing something? Why am I not a little bit? I know it is a chill time and all, but I don't like to chill.
I mean, you can.
I don't know.
You have to.
Well-
I missed out on Torres. You know, people was asking, and I really thought I was gonna be there, and I know I missed out because it's a badass show, man.
I think the vendor fees are like $500.
It was $700 at Torres, man, and I
For
had
real?
paid it, and I got my little money back because I couldn't make it, bro. I didn't have the merch.
Well, at least they gave you your money back. It was
Yeah,
cool
you know,
as
it's
shit.
all
That was
cool,
good
it's
on
all
their
cool.
part because most people won't give.
Because
you
me and
money
Carlos
back.
wouldn't give you shit back.
I'd be like, so
No,
sad.
so sad.
Be like,
Thanks for your
That's
contribution.
our
be like,
story.
be like Jerry,
That's our
reject.
story.
Reject. We're here. I don't know. We're not here.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's here.
You got
We
your
answered the
spot
phone
ready now?
afterwards. We thought you were here the whole time.
So you
People
did
been
good,
asking
right?
for you.
How you did, Jerry?
Sold out.
No, I heard everybody did.
Where the
real
fuck's my
good.
paleta?
Yeah. Where the paletas at? Hell
Yeah, hopefully we'll be taking a car to show out. So that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Everybody's working very diligently. I'm building a hell of a display. So
You've been working on that thing for a minute, my man.
Can you talk about that? Can you talk about what you're doing with the 42?
hell, I almost hate the same thing. It'd be worse than the damn Super Show. We don't go inside and the car ain't ready. I'll be goddamn.
So we
Look.
we save it.
No.
No.
If that fucking car ain't ready,
Shit.
I'm
It was supposed
The
to
car-
debut like 3 times already.
the
if I'm
car
not
it was supposed to
mistaken.
be ready for y'all show.
the,
We did- we did-
last year's show.
well,
And
Yeah,
this year's,
no, no.
and
Last
this
year's.
year's, and this year's.
COVID hit and that damn delay, which I'm gonna tell you something. I've been trying to order parts for other stuff, and it's damn taking. I tried to order some gauges for that 76. They're like, it's gonna be 4 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, in 4 months, I won't even like this truck no more.
For real.
It'll be sold.
There's gonna be someone else's.
I'm gonna be
truck,
getting
man.
some parts in the mail. I'm like, what the hell was this even for? I don't even remember I had that truck.
Yeah. For real.
That UPS box was like, what the hell?
What
When
the
did I
fuck is
order
these
this?
gauges for? But yeah, hopefully the 42 will be ready for Vegas. Building a one-of-kind, never-seen display. But damn sure ain't going to talk about what it is.
One of a kind, never
Never seen.
before seen.
No, you say something about it, they're going to beat you to it. It's going to look like shit, but they're going to beat you to it.
They'll beat you. You can't say nothing. But
But
everybody knows I got a
will you tell
42
me I
and I'm
want something
taking it.
about
That's about all we're going to discuss on that car. It's been painted. It's
It was
pretty.
painted. It's pretty.
Purdy.
It's a pretty little thing.
That's about all. And it's got a display. It's fancy.
Yeah.
Any engraving?
Badass.
I don't even know what you mean
It's
when you
got
say
flakes
display.
and fucking.
Engraving?
Engraving. There ain't no flakes.
There's some flakes and something. I can't say. I don't want to say. I think I'm thinking
Maybe sparkles in your eyes.
maybe. I'm not talking about the content, about the display, like an item
Oh, yeah.
in the displays.
There might be.
But I don't want to say shit.
There might be a
Sounds like
sparkly
Jerry
display.
knows something.
Oh, I know a little something.
I remember when you bought it. I remember when you
It was
first
a
got
nice
that
car
one.
to start with. And
Man,
it snowballed.
there was nothing wrong with that thing. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
we went, because I just moved. And I found the best to show from Obsession from when me and you went. We took that car. I forget. It's been a few
Oh,
years
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Obsession had their show up on the north side somewhere.
yeah.
It wasn't best to show up there or
Is
something. I
that when
forgot.
we took? No, I think that's when we took the 58 Cadillac,
59.
59 Cadillac, and the
But no, I'm talking about
and the
I know-
Lincoln.
Yeah, we just got some kind of term for that. But I remember we
It was
took
the top 10. I
we
think.
took the 42. I found those two because they were all. I'm trying to
Oh
remember
yeah,
all this.
yeah. I know
We
which one
took
you're
the
talking
42.
about. Yeah,
So it was a nice ride to start with, but somebody had painted it. And like when they don't take all the trim off, and there's like a little rust bubble behind the trim, like coming up.
The smallest.
It looks like this. That 42 looks like this. This one's a 48, but it's kind of the same body style, except that his is like way better looking. There's a lot more accessories and shit. But this is kind of how it looks, the 42.
Yeah, so we'll be ready. It's
I drive
even going to have an interactive part for the children.
Can I drive it?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Engraved.
Look at
interactive
Jerry.
part for us children. Oh yeah. No, it's exciting, man. You've been working on that thing for a
Yeah,
minute.
but like I said, we've been talking about. I know this crew right here has been talking about everybody going and helping, but we got guys. I even got guys in LA going to meet us over there to help us with the display. That
We'll
we're going to be ready.
we're definitely gonna we're gonna be there. We have to be there. Yeah.
No, we're going to be
We
there
have to be there.
because if that car ain't
And,
ready, I'll probably go to jail.
Somebody's gonna punch you in the face.
Somebody's going to get punched in the eye. Something.
Damn,
It's just a car.
I have to
bro.
load. No, we want this one to be done.
Oh man.
yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
the damn lights is here in my eyes.
Right. That's why I don't take this off.
These lights are. I'm facing this fucker's hot.
Fucking hot.
You got air conditioning, this motherfucker?
I was on
Listen,
that.
I've been waiting for
Get
that
this
since
man
I
a beer.
walked
A
in.
cold ass
The air
Look.
is on. It's just a lot of light.
Two
and a lot of hot breath.
two things. I don't smoke fucking weed. I'm about half high. And then goddamn, it's hotter than a motherfucker in here. And you got this bright ass light in my goddamn face.
We're gonna get you another water,
You know,
Carlos.
I need a-
'cause-
Can we get Carlos some water?
More water. I'm gonna die.
Fucking.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, but it's worth it, man. Reminiscing
worth it.
hard, fucking
Yeah.
future planning, in live. Oh yeah, man. These podcasts are crazy, man. How we
No
just,
doubt. They need to buy the podcast break and pay the fucking air conditioner bill.
Hey, any AC?
Listen, you got to start out in a
hey,
Any
shitty
air
Honda.
conditioning companies are there?
we need an air conditioner sponsor for Breed's podcast.
Yes, please. I always tell them that
Try.
same thing you just said. Hey, feels hot as fuck. You sure that shit's on?
It's
like
on.
yeah, it's
I'm
full,
on
a little
full
bit.
blast.
a little bit.
But look,
It's
Herman,
comfortable.
are you hot?
Hey, yo, I'm chilling.
Because the air is right. It comes out right behind him.
Then why the fuck ain't we over there with Herman?
Right?
Move the table.
I know it's like.
Shit, even my brother. You remember him from the get go, right from the
dude, I
beginning.
saw you, like,
Yeah.
from the get-go, yeah. I remember after you pulled up with your wagon one time. I was like, yo, that's cool as hell. Like,
Yeah.
like I hated wagons. I was like, man, wagons so ugly. And then I saw yours. I was like, yo, wagons are dope as hell.
Yeah,
I
there's
remember
certain wagons.
we took it
certain
over
wagons.
to the show on Maxim Road that time. I remember going over there when we first, it Chicago Dreams. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I remember. One quick story about that wagon. So we brought it back up again. I remember it was like one of the first like lowrider shows I went to, and I remember there was some big ass dog. And the guy let his dog jump up on the side of the cart. I could hear his claws like.
Oh my god.
And
I
told
remember
him,
that.
You remember that?
Yes.
They kind of got offended because I told the guys, man, get your dog over here. He's like, he ain't heard the car. I said, I'm fixing to cut that dog guts out. And hand it to you.
Yeah, that's the asshole.
They moved.
That's what I'm saying.
They moved.
No, but then again,
But again, you gotta say it.
that's when you.
No,
That's when you gotta be an asshole. Bro.
Yeah,
Come on
exactly.
now.
That's
You gotta
the-
be,
yeah.
you gotta
I
be.
remember that dog's.
Maybe it
balls
didn't do
on
all
the-
that, but in your
I
mind.
can hear it. No, I
I
can
know
hear it.
you
It's like,
could.
what the fuck?
The DJ was like playing the everybody on the playing their system music and shit, and Carlos could still hear that shit.
Yeah, I know. I'd be pissed. I'd be very pissed.
That was on Maxim Road
Yeah.
on with Solo Arte, right?
Yep.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like one of the first. Well, not the first one. Well, what?
It was. It had to
It
be
was,
one of
it
the
was
first
like
ones.
one. Of the, it was like the first or second one for sure. I think it was the first year he did that over there.
Probably.
I don't
But
know.
definitely one of the first
It
shows.
was
that we
definitely
did
one
there.
of the first couple too.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, don't let your dog do that shit.
don't let the
when you're-
dog touch.
No,
the
and
stars.
mine
Don't let the dogs
mine
out.
does that. Like that is his, because he's just like, he can look in your window, and so he's like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm coming in." I know he does that. I don't let him get close enough to do that.
If that's that to Carlos,
That's
he's
the
gonna,
owner. That's the owner.
He's
bro.
gonna get punched in the face
I mean,
right away.
he did hop in Lalo's wife's car though. He was like, "I'll just go for a ride in here."
No, the inside is cool. You know. I mean, the that was my wife's car, so it's cool.
Don't let him fuck you. He's worried about his. Should kick his ass.
You want to talk about the car?
The car.
That's what I was about to say.
I don't want to get punched in the face,
No, I
but I
know,
mean, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. If
Let,
not,
if you-
let me kind of do the intro because on this one, I
If you
think
want to, if you want to bring it up, that's fine with me because
you guys kind of know.
a lot of people asked. A lot of people asked about it because at the time, I'll let you do it, then I'll insert.
Yeah, so there was some drama going on, and good thing that Jerry's here too because it kind of
I
has
don't
something
remember nothing.
has something to do with it.
You will.
So somebody in Texas is I think it's South Texas, that they were doing a rifle on 62 Impala, 59 Impala. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't follow the thing too much, but this I know, and then you guys take it from there. So someone did a rifle, and they did the I guess the they were pulling out the ticket or the whatever what you call the chip.
The chip, yeah,
Chip.
the chip.
They did it live. Basically, they did it live, and it seems
He's not gonna be any magician at Vegas ever in his life.
so. Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems like there was some cheating going on
It was
on that. So I didn't know shit about it until you guys were talking about it. So it ended up that it was one of your cars.
Okay, so before you get into it, right? I seen this shit on
It's-
Facebook,
I'm gonna correct it. It wasn't. Well, I'll go ahead.
and I watched it all unfold on Facebook, and I'm like, holy shit, because Jerry was doing the raffles at the time, and I'm like, I hope this doesn't affect that at all. And
It affected raffles. That was pretty
It
much.
affected a lot of raffles.
No, it pretty much
affected
killed
a lot of shit. Yeah.
At the time frame, people were raffling off cars left and right. I'd watched a 59, another convertible he raffled for $120,000 worth of tickets. That's before it took off. People were raffling off stuff. I mean, raffles were killing.
So
It was
around the
way to go.
COVID shit too, kind of
It was right before COVID hit.
right before. Okay.
Yeah,
I
And
seen
people-
it, and then I seen you, and you were really pissed about it. And I'm like, damn, Carlos is serious about this
He's
lowrider
offended
culture
about
and
it.
shit.
He's offended.
And I seen you
Like,
a
he's
couple
so
times,
offended,
and like you were pissed about it, and I'm like,
48C.
48C.
Everybody knew the shit by that. 48C.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was making jokes in front of you.
There were people walking around with 48C shirts.
'Cause the
I think
thing-
he made one.
That's
Didn't know.
all I know. Now you guys like what happened? You had something to do with that car. You didn't have nothing to do with the
Nothing to
bad
do
shit
with
that happened.
But I've had a bunch of people ask me about this, and I'm going to give the entire story from beginning to end, and that way everybody
Hey,
will
go
know.
for it. That's why we brought you here. Fuck the other shit.
So apparently 48C was a raffle for a 59 Impala. Okay. At the time, I was a member of the Deuce Car Club. I'm no longer a member of that car club. When they did that, yeah, no doubt. And then No, I'm not gonna say anything derogatory. I made
Yeah,
some really good friends at Duke's. There's a bunch of good guys that would do anything for me, and I do anything from in Texas and New Mexico and LA area. There's a lot of good guys. It's like we talked about earlier. You got good guys in the club. You got bad guys in the club. It's gonna be in everyone. You have to weed the shit out.
Yeah.
So I'd met a bunch of guys in Texas, and they built cars. So I was talking about a 59. They had a 59 Palace out there at a car show in San Antonio. So I'm out here in San Antonio. I'm like, okay, well, hell, I said, I'll buy it. Let's build this car. So I gave them the money. You know, I give them a little bit of money. You know how it went. I mean, I trust these guys. They're club.
So these guys you're talking about, these are the guys that did the.
These are the guys that did the raffle.
Okay.
It was Hidalgo County Dukes.
So you basically bought a car somewhere down in Texas and have them. They were building that car for you.
They were building the car. So I got them all. You know, got to the money. Well, then it got to the end. The car was almost built. Well, in my opinion, the car wasn't exactly to the quality standards that I preferred. So I'm like, you know
Which
what?
are pretty high.
Pretty high. But I didn't want to offend them. So I said, this is what we're going to do. I said, let's just sell the car and then sell the car and we'll split the profits. I'll take my money back that I gave you. So basically, I just funded a car for.
Yeah, you helped.
You let them come out.
But I didn't want to offend the guy. So I'm like, hey, whatever we sell it for over what I got, me and you'll split it 50-50. It's an honorable thing. It's a fair thing to do.
Yeah, sounds pretty fair.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, well, my son wants to buy the car. I'm just going to pay you for the car. So they paid me back the money they owed me. They paid me what we thought it would sell for. They gave me part of the money over that. And then, so technically I was paid back most of the money. We had a little disagreement on, which I thought it should have been more, but not. But I still made, $5,000 off the money that I had invested in getting the car done. So I'm like, okay. But something in my heart just, I held on to the title for like a couple extra weeks. And they raffled this car off.
Which was your build?
It was, yeah.
The car that you paid.
The car the car that I had tried, the car that I had purchased, then ended up being bought back from. They ended up buying the car from me that they built because it looked shitty in my opinion. The paint did. So we got down. I saw the I hadn't mailed it to them yet. They did the raffle. Then they fucking had a rigged raffle. I mean, it was fucking. I mean, that poor goofy bastard face.
Let me ask, because you guys saw it. Like I said, I didn't follow that little thing too much.
I mean,
you think it was fake? You think they cheated?
100%.
You think? What do you think?
It looks. It's very, very possible.
What do you think?
It looks.
Yeah, I mean,
You think?
yeah,
Think they cheated?
yeah.
Well, I mean, about 20,000 people in the goddamn U.S. think.
Hey, I just wanted to hear from you guys.
I don't give a fuck about the 20,000.
Fuck the other 20,000.
It looks very possible.
It looks. So after this happened, I still had the title of this car.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna piss a lot of people off with this, and it's what it is. What it is. So I call some people in Dukes. I'm like, look, I still got the title of this car. They did this wrong. I said, why don't we go down to Texas and take the car, because it reflected poorly on the club and the club name. So I was in that car club. I'm like, I'm not.
You try to clean the club name
two different
somehow. Right?
Yes. So I said, let's go down to Texas and take the car. We'll take the car and re-raffle it for all these people for free, and who wins be legit win.
Yeah.
That'd be a fair thing to do. The national president Duke said no.
Okay.
He said no.
He wasn't down with it.
He said, whatever, I'll clean it up. It'll eventually disappear. He said
he wasn't so worried about it.
He wasn't worried about it. He inherited that club after his brother got killed. Okay. He never really owned a car. He don't really know nothing about Lowrider community, in my personal opinion. And I'm going to get into that too, because I don't open a whole can of worms on that bullshit. But nonetheless. So I'm like, I want to go take the car. It's titled my name. Let's take it. Let's do it. He says, get a title. So I'm like, still upset, like Brady said. I called him. I was like, how much money's in the National Treasury? Let's pay everybody back.
Okay.
He's like, there's no money in the Treasury.
Damn.
How can a national club have no money in the Treasury?
Yeah.
Even the Krazy Vatos has
we got
$500.
Well, no, like 15.
$1,500. Okay.
But nonetheless,
$15.
So
No, I mean, you would have think that a club
I'm
that
coming
big
up. I'm coming
should
up.
have
I'm
some.
coming up with a million different ideas to try to rectify the situation. Because number one, I'm embarrassed. I took it to heart, like Bree said.
And you're part of the club.
It reflected poorly on me. Like somebody said
Yeah,
something.
no.
But,
Same
I
here,
mean,
bro.
it's
We
same- if- I mean,
kick people
if
out
somebody-
when they reflect poorly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So I mean, I took it to heart.
Yeah.
It was, I wanted to make it right, and I always will. Same thing when I try to deal with them retards and split the money. Let's sell the car.
Yeah.
So I did what I was told to do. Mail them the title. I mailed them the title. They just tried to sweep it under the rug. It's over with. And then that's pretty much the end of it. And I think they.
So
They
what
cheated on
what
the
in that
raffle.
what happened at the end? Like
What happened to the car?
you just had the title. Did you?
No, I sent them the title.
You sent them the title?
They gave who knows what they did with it. They were kicked out of Duke's Car Club, and
So they did suffer consequences.
oh yeah, they were kicked out immediately. They were kicked out like same day. Same day that raffle happened, they were kicked out. I mean, that's
Damn.
but that was only thing that happened. I mean, I wanted to
It was like,
yeah, that was his idea. Just wash his hands of it.
Yeah, but I do remember.
I'm not a hand washer.
I do
I'm
remember
not
talking
dirty.
to you. Exactly,
see.
that's what I was wondering. I remember your hands are dirty as well.
I
I do remember talking to you about it, and I remember you giving me all these options to clean the name of the club, and everything sounded pretty good. I was like,
really good.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
if it was someone else,
It
like,
sounded honorable
I mean,
as fuck.
remember Carlos is an asshole to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this motherfucker over here trying
We're gonna
to
get to that part too.
he's over here trying to make it right. Like,
yeah, 'cause
he's
it's-
willing to literally lose money
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to make the shit right. And I remember you telling me like
Yeah, it
they
was
just
cool.
they don't want to do it.
They were gonna send me the rest of my money. I'm like, I'm gonna lose money. I don't care. I just want to, I want to make that. I want to right the wrong. This is how I am.
Yeah.
Like you said, I may be an asshole, but I am.
You are, yeah.
I am. Maybe, just like this much. And then, but no, I come up with multiple ideas to rectify the situation. They were just.
I remember,
They were all ignored, like you say. For a fact that I said that shit ain't.
I remember you. I remember you.
I set up then, and then, like I say, I'm no longer a member of Duke's Car Club. I quit. Like I said, they kicked me out, but because I made a post on the Facebook page that I was disappointed. All I said was I was disappointed that nobody came to the Super Show. I've hauled cars to Texas. I've hauled cars to Los Angeles to car shows, and nobody came out. You know what I'm saying?
We were all disappointed, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying I've been out people for 6 months, so I made this post. Same thing. National president deleted the post. I called and asked him why. He said that I shouldn't be calling people out for things they didn't do. I said if you take offense to a Facebook post that offends you, that's your fault. That's something you didn't do, not what I do.
Yeah.
And then I told him, fuck it, I quit. And then a lot of other stuff, but
That's when you got kicked out.
they said, yeah, I got kicked out. That's when I quit. I told them, fuck them, I quit. But like I say, and what's bad is, I talked to a bunch of guys since then, and like I say, them guys are still my friends, and they know.
Yeah, and
they know it's a messed up situation. It's like any kind of club, car club,
and we know
Christian book club. There's always gonna be somebody.
Yeah.
Like you ain't reading the whole
But
book.
what I was told is maybe all right. They did say
Some motherfuckers might wait until the movie comes out and
guess-
don't read the book.
yeah.
I remember when Leonardo.
Yeah, but I mean, hell, man said I had a bad attitude. Maybe doing the right thing is, me having a bad attitude, doing the right thing. I mean, that's
One thing I
they
know
can
for
live
sure,
with that, they
Carlos,
can-
is that you did try it.
Yeah.
I know that
Multiple
you did try
times.
to make it right because somehow you were
No,
involved in it. And
He even came to the
and-
shop and
I know.
told me some ideas. I'm like, they're fucking good ideas, man.
Yeah, because you
I
could
was
have just
just
sat
saying
back
too.
and been like, I don't know
Because
shit about that or them or nothing
we
to do
literally,
with that.
Jerry had just literally started. He had asked me, come to me and asked me about the raffle and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's right before raffling went south.
Yeah.
And, he's like, what I need to do. How, I gave him some thoughts process because I did raffle some stuff on, through Instagram and stuff like that. So and
It's,
then-
it's credibility,
and
man.
then
You
it's all
can't
about
lose it.
it's all about credibility. It's like the 67. I'm gonna bring that up. When they count the cars, the 67 is still mine, but it won't be next week. I got a phone call today. Somebody wants to buy the 67 Impala. Guy calls me. He's
has
like,
has my last name.
yeah, that's your person has his last name. In
Yeah, he
California.
called me. He's like, hey, what's your you're like
I
is
said,
your
"Screw
last name any is your last name pretty
Common.
popular?
Yeah,
Common?
common.
And I'm like, nah, not really. It's definitely not a fucking Ramirez or Rodriguez. You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, we went from there. You were asking us that.
So they call me that want to buy the car, and it's, a female's buying the car, and she's in Cali. I'm sure she got some questions, so her friend's helping her. And he called me. He's like, he had a friend of me on Instagram, and he'd seen some of the stuff, and it goes back. I'm going back to your name means a lot. That's where I'm going with this. So he's like, well, I've seen some of those cars you had before. Well, I'm like, well, one of them actually came from a guy out by you, and come to find out we both know the same guy. And then when the girl called me, so apparently the guy made some phone calls, because you just don't send that kind of money across the U.S. on wire transfer on fun and giggles.
Oh, you do. Oh shit.
Yeah, I hear you. You know,
You send those $300?
you said you was in the Nigerian prince.
Yeah.
So when she called me, she's like, well, I was kind of worried. She said, but she made a comment that made me feel good. She's like, well, you're obviously known in the lowrider community. Okay, that's on the whole nother coast. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's like, so I'm gonna get you the money, blah blah. So I mean, like Jerry says, your credibility is what it means. You know, that goes a long way. If your name is garbage,
it's cool.
It's gonna be garbage here, and it's gonna be garbage on the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying. I sold a 49. They called another guy that knows me really well. One club president called another club president out there. Called me back in 5 minutes. You're good, brother. We'll send you money right now. And I say money, I mean 40, 50, 60, $100,000. So without credibility, your name is. I mean, this. Yeah. I mean, it's a wire transfer.
Yeah, when he says money, ain't no $300, and we thinking about it. Damn, should I send it?
So should I trust them?
Credibility. Yeah.
Oh man,
credibility goes a long way, like Jerry said. So that raffle stuff, that one destroyed the whole raffle thing.
Did you feel it, Jerry?
I felt a little bit. Yeah. I was selling out my raffles within a weekend and filling them up, man, and they were going really nice. That shit happened and it just stopped. And I let it stop. I think also I could have kept going a little bit more or not let it affect me. But it did, you know what I'm saying?
It don't help motherfucking Jimmy Reyes wins every time, man.
that also fuck like
on top of that,
I'm gonna bring you up, Jimmy, throw you on the bus on that.
Yeah, really bad.
On top of that, you had to deal with Jimmy Reyes fucking
winning every fucking raffle guy.
Yeah.
Well, lucky dude.
And then people automatically want to say something like, he won the first raffle, won the second raffle, third raffle. Jerry said, "Look, you can't buy no ticket, man."
It literally did. Yeah.
You're not buying a ticket.
We had to kick him out.
We got to kick him out the raffles.
And I mean, and
Jimmy
the raffles were legit. Hell, I mean, I was
Jimmy kept on sending private messages saying, "Hey, let me get like 3 tickets." Nah, fool, you can't get shit no more.
I tell you what, the
shout outs to Jimmy. Shout outs to Gloria. I know Jimmy's getting rid of some toys, but I'm pretty sure he's getting something.
He's on the hunt. I seen him on Facebook. Yeah. He's on the hunt. So
he gave away his ticket. I made him give it away. I told him, you got to give away your ticket, bro.
Yeah.
I think on the third raffle or fourth one.
Yep.
And the dude, El Suave man, was the one that won his ticket.
Yeah.
And he won the raffle. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Jimmy's something else.
Because people are always going to say something. I don't care if you do a raffle or not.
You're always going to say.
People are always gonna say you cheated no matter what happens. I don't care what they say with the raffle.
There's gonna be a lot of them, but
that's like the second raffle when we did it at the thing at the Red Mill. You know, I was in the last top 10.
Yeah,
I was hoping to win.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all been legit. Jerry's a good dude.
That's
shit's legit as can be.
That's the story of the 48C.
That's it. Everybody always asks me, and they ask me what, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, we knew it, and even before doing the podcast, we remember asking you like if Carlos is it okay. Same thing like
that's where the punch
when me and
face.
Yeah, when me and Jerry. I mean, when me and Jerry were talking about building a lowrider. That was me and Breed. We didn't even have a podcast. We were already talking to people we're doing a podcast.
Breed had asked me actually about bringing that up. And I told him it was no problem because, I mean, hell, people wanted to know and, you know.
But it was more tense, though.
When we were talking about it and we were jogging about it and you were like, Britt was like, "Can we talk about 4018?"
At the ti-
And
at
Britt
the
was
time-
like this. He was like,
At the time,
and Carlos was like, "If you want to get punched in the face." That's where that came from. That's why we keep saying that.
Yeah, at the time
That's
I told
why we're
Braid,
so
I said,
far.
if you
Oh,
bring
he
it
was
up, I'm going
pissed.
to
He
punch you in
was
the
pissed.
eye, man.
Yeah.
This is
Because
good.
at the time, I was still severely pissed off about the whole situation.
Severely.
You know, I was, and it's not like I was make-believe mad. I mean, I was legit pissed off, and I was trying to rectify the situation. And I was
You know when something ain't right, bro. When something ain't right, you
And
want to
nobody-
do the possible to make it
nobody,
right.
nobody wanted
Yo.
to damn deal with it. But like I say,
No, we've been through it.
I don't
Different-
want to
different
throw nobody under the bus. But
No, it is what it is, and this is why we're doing
who
this.
sucks? No, they suck.
This is why we do this, you know, so that we can talk about it, and so that people that don't really know about it but kind of were around this shit, so they kind of know what the. Because I didn't know. Like right now, this is the first time I hear you saying the whole story. Because, you know, like I said, I didn't follow that too much until I knew that you had something to do with it, and then, this is gonna get interested now. Because Carlos
Yeah.
has something to do with it.
Yeah, like I was new to all the different lowrider groups, and like that was the first like big juicy thing to hit, and I was like, ooh, there's some drama
Oh,
in
and
the
that's a
lowrider
big
world.
club, bro. That's a
And,
big nationwide.
yeah.
nationwide?
Yeah, I was.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Oh, snap. Beer me. Appreciate you. Herman's Corner.
Can we talk about like when you first joined the club, kind of how you joined it? Can you talk
Yeah,
about
why that club?
Why
Out of
that
all the
club?
clubs, like,
Well,
because
He
you're the
wasn't
only
close
one.
to joining
Like,
us, though.
Well,
you're the only
I'm
one,
a-
or were?
Can I tell you kind of what I remember? And then
Go for it. Tell what you remember, and I'll
So-
tell you the truth.
I'll correct
and then you'll say the truth.
Don't say wrong.
So this is what I remember. So like I said, like
Yeah,
usually
he was like goddamn 12 then, wasn't he?
nah, not really. Probably. Like Carlos will call me for stuff, and I'll call him for stuff. You know, like this is how close we are. Like it might not. It probably doesn't seem like it, but we're really close. Like literally all of us right here. You know.
For sure.
So I remember just like always. You know, I give you a phone call for something. You call me for somebody. I remember that.
Speaking of which, they didn't deliver my damn block today.
They
Bastards.
didn't.
No.
Well, that's on another note. I'm doing some retaining walls for Carlos, and I'll be telling him that they'll be
they
done.
didn't show up.
Yeah, we haven't paid for it, huh?
I did pay for it, and they didn't show up.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you that.
shit! Oh shit! I'll make it right.
All right, so go for it.
So I remember getting this phone call from Carlos. I was at my house. I was, I think I was smoking a blunt, and I remember you asking me about it. Like, what do I think about? Like, I remember what you told me was like, I can either. What's that?
You heard that too?
Yeah, it was real loud.
So you were telling me literally like you had the chance to join, not only join Dukes, but actually be the president and carry the name in Atlanta. And I was
Atlanta.
like, man, that's badass.
That's
And it
bringing
was-
dudes
and-
to Atlanta. So
It was like right around the same time that Krazy Vatos started. It was like
Yeah.
around the same time.
It was pretty close. So of course, you know, me being part of Krazy Vatos and kind of course I wanted Carlos to join Krazy Vatos, you know, but I did told you, like, to be honest, you know, I would love, and you know that you always welcome in the club, and we would love to have you as a member, as an official member. But then that night I remember I told you, like, I mean, if I was you and I had to choose, I think your best choice is not to join Krazy Vatos, but actually bring Dukes to Atlanta, because that'll be a big step, and that's a well-known club. That's kind of how I remember how it went. You know, you kind of.
I mean, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, 'cause
what do you remember?
That's exactly it. I called you up and said, "Hey man, what the hell did I do?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, because like you know, Jerry said, it's a worldwide known. It's one of the oldest, you know, low riding bomb clubs in the world.
Yeah.
It's you know, a prestigious type thing.
you can't.
And then,
I can't join them. I don't want to. But I can't join them.
They wouldn't let you. They wouldn't let you with that Lincoln, anyways.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It was, and I was kind of torn because, like I said, I hang out with these guys all the time. They're my friends. Like Lalo said, I call him for advice. He calls me. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
It may not seem like it, but yeah, we're a lot tighter than most people know. And then I was like, what the hell did I do? And he's like, like you said, he thought it'd be a good thing. And then I did. I started, Dukes Atlanta, and it just kind of never really panned out. And then
but through those years that you were a member of Dukes, man, you had some badass shit to represent. I think as far as represent, I think you did your job. And,
I appreciate that.
And you did a lot more than what I've seen on some other states, But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it was just you, but as far as putting the name out there, I mean, like you said it, you were out in Texas, you were out in California.
In and out of state.
And
taking cars those places.
that's what I'm
You know
saying.
I mean,
With your
hauling
cars,
cars across the country.
putting it down,
And that's kind of
it down for Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
Because-
that's what it is.
ATL, huh?
When you
Because
leave-
it was Dukes, but it was Dukes Atlanta. So I feel as far as personally, I feel pretty good about it. I was like, I'm glad that Carlos is repping Atlanta with this big name, because I mean I have a lot of respect for Dukes because of the club that is. I mean, of course, you know more than that than I do because you were a part of Dukes. But I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was badass that you had the chapter of Dukes in Atlanta.
And this is not knowing anybody in Dukes. This is just knowing the name. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? 'Cause
exactly,
we knew
yeah.
nobody.
there's some good dudes. I mean, like right now, we could call people in, Dallas or in Dallas, Texas, LA. They'll answer the phone to me right now and do anything. That I made some good friends in that. Like you say, not for me, not no more.
But going back to how it started out. So I remember that night, you calling me and asking me. So, I mean, how was it joining a club like that? Or I don't want to say join club because you didn't join the club. You basically took a chapter. You took over a chapter. That's different than joining a club.
I started. I was, and I hate that I. Well, they're saying I got kicked out and they disbanded Atlanta, but needless to say, I quit here nor there. It don't matter what. But the only thing I hate about it is, before Jason Ruiz passed away, Atlanta was the last chapter he gave permission to start.
Okay.
And then I liked it because I met people from all across the world. I mean, there was guys like the last, president's meeting I went to in L.A. There was guys there from, Europe.
Yeah.
I talked to guys from Japan. It's,
That's crazy.
It is, you know what I'm saying? So you meet all these people.
That connection, man.
That's what I'm saying. You make all these connections. I mean, that was kind of, like when I talked to you about it, I was kind of wanting that kind of far outreach type thing. And then it's like you see another club. You show up. It's like, it's Krazy Vatos. Y'all love me. Some of the guys don't. It's like
Three of them.
It's like it's
Three or
like
four of them.
it's like with anything,
Yeah.
You show up in LA the first time.
A lot of people love you. A lot of people's not.
A lot of people love you. A lot of people care less if you live or die.
Exactly.
It's the same thing in my opinion. It's just
The good people are the ones that make it worth the while, bro.
yeah, and there's like I brought up earlier, there's some guys in there, some long timers, and I say long time, 20, 30 year guys that are friends of mine that,
And that's what's happening.
They will still be friends
Exactly.
of mine.
At the end of the day,
They're still your friends. Same way y'all are still my friends, even though I was in another car club, even though that, like you say.
yeah, we've been in two different clubs we've been trying to pull Carlos to join it, and it just never happened. But it didn't change our relationship.
No.
It never changed the friendship,
And
And that's what I always try to tell people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you leave this club, and if we really are friends, we're gonna be friends regardless.
That's a
what I mean?
fact.
And this is the perfect example. Like, we have went through a few clubs. We have went to one club. You have went through one too, and we haven't been in the same club literally, but we still like really good friends, and we can talk about everything. We talk about cars. We can talk about baby mama drama. We can talk about Mexican food. We can talk about we're just friends, regardless of the club name. And that's to me that's a real fucking friendship right there.
True that.
For sure.
Hey, I took you food when you was dying.
Oh yeah, Jerry. Hey, both of them did. I had COVID You know, only two people brought me food left on the doorstep? These two fools.
I left at the doorstep.
Lalo brought me tacos on Christmas Day. I had COVID on Christmas fucking day. I was locked in the house by myself.
I remember.
You know what? I had Lalo. My Christmas dinner was tacos that motherfucking Lalo brought me. That's what I had.
Merry Christmas.
I remember that.
For sure.
But that's you know.
And I come outside and I was trying to talk to him. And he's like, I ain't worried about it. He's just handing my taco. I'm like, dude, I got the COVID.
No, I was like,
he's like,
I fist bump him. He didn't. He's like, no. I'm like, come on, bro.
he's like,
come on. Literally,
that Jerry's like trying to stand out in the yard way out there. He's like,
I'm behind my car.
Like,
and I don't even believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take no chances.
Yeah, but I do remember that that shit hit you like right before Christmas, and you were like,
Yep.
man, you couldn't even fucking go out to get food or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, so yeah, I did. I took him some tacos.
I took us some pollo. Was that no? That wasn't the first time you ate that chicken. That
No.
lady. Yeah.
No, he tried it at the shop one time.
Yeah,
and
I was
then,
addicted. I was addicted.
And then
to it.
he was like, this shit might he might have crack or something in it because it's pretty.
Super
I want it again. Hit me again with that shit.
It's like, do they have it on Mondays? No, fool.
Yeah, I called him. Like, what the, I tried to go buy some ribs one day. He's like, well, they are on Friday. And so I'm like, damn.
But yeah, we definitely have I went through some shit together. I mean, it's been 10 years. So it's
That's
obviously, you know what I mean. And
I had
Damn,
no
10
clue who
years,
the
though?
fuck you were when I met you.
10 years.
I met you at the 285 video shoot, and you tried to dap me up, and I'm like, it's COVID, bitch, don't touch me.
Yeah, he was really scared.
oh, so that's the first
He
time.
was
we met
still
him?
out there,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I think I seen him like once.
By
I
that
seen him
point, I
at
was
a
done
cruise.
over Corona. I was like, hell, everybody high five and shit.
Yeah, fuck it.
I seen you at a cruise, the first cruise I went to. I didn't know who you just kind of pulled up, and you said, "Psh."
I think
guys
it's
just
funny
had it.
because I was like, I just had it because I was like, that's one part of the reason I can't move down part of the club because I goddamn can't stay nowhere longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I said I need something to drive. You give me the keys to your truck, and I went and ate Mexican food across the street and damn hung out.
Where was that at? I don't remember that shit. Where were we?
It was in the basement where he was going to put the shop to start with. Then
When-
he ended up moving over there at the shop, and I drove across the street and ate I said, he said something. He's like, he's only got something to drive. I was like, give me your keys.
Yeah, I
And
remember
damn
that.
took off in his truck.
Yeah. That was on that not the Cypher video, but the other one, right? Where we use the cars.
"Yeah, what
That was the
video?
tumbada. The negra tumbada, no?
no,
Nah, way.
No?
No, Bree wasn't even around
Okay,
around that time.
But this is at B3.
No way at the basement.
I was stalking y'all at that time. I had already seen you guys at the car show and was trying to figure out
the
who
basement,
you
the
Oh, okay.
enfrente del molcajete.
Okay. I was like, what basement?
were. Basement shop.
With the 487,000 TVs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the one motorcycle. Just random.
It was
ass-
like
random ass
487,000
motorcycle. There was
TVs.
a lot.
It
of
was
fucking
310
TVs.
or something. It was a dumpster full.
Yeah, that was a
Neatly
lot.
stacked.
That was a lot of TVs.
But yeah, like Carlos has this thing where he pulls up to the show and you're like, you better go say hi to Carlos because in 10 minutes he's gonna be fucking out of here.
Yeah, that's my problem. And I told Lalo and Jerry and him, like, I appreciate all the credit for helping do the back office stuff. Like, but I swear to God, I've told him this ain't for, I told both of them. One of the main reasons I never like 100% joined, because like when I joined Dukes, I was out here by myself. I didn't have to do nothing. If I felt like going, I went.
Yeah.
I did what I wanted to do. It didn't bother nobody. I didn't have nobody tell me what to do. And then I feel like, I was making a joke, but it's still true. Most of the guys like me, some of them don't. And I don't want to be the guy that, is just in the club that don't do nothing. Because a lot of people don't view the back office shit
Yeah.
as doing nothing.
But-
because I'm never going to stand
I don't know.
regardless-
We would.
Regardless of that,
Look, I take the guys
So
at the gate.
that's
water.
why I'm always going to be a Krazy Vato, but
Yeah.
I really ain't.
he's
But I am.
is like on the back scene
Yeah.
because
Behind
he's
the scenes.
behind the scene because he says that he don't want to do shit, like the day of the show, but he does a lot of shit before the show that actually helps us. For example,
And this last time he tried to give me a real good job, and I even turned it down.
for real. But
What was the job?
Right? What was it?
like for example, like
Pick up St. T. And I was like, I can't even do it.
I can't even do it.
oh yeah, that's right. You can.
Yeah.
Do it. You
He's like, I got the perfect job for you. I'm like, go pick St. T up in the airport. I'm like, dude, I can't. I ain't got time.
yeah.
So, I mean,
But as like
who says that?
I was yeah. Nobody else would. I mean, The next person I asked, he was down.
Nobody else turned that one down.
I was never so down in my life. I got it, bro. I was like, Les, he's like, I got the best job for you, man. I was like,
Yeah, I guess
crazy day.
Witcher usually takes care of that, but I remember what happened, and he was gonna do something else. It's just a lot of shit going on
That's another one with
at the
more
same.
than one name.
Who? Weecho?
Yeah.
No, it's just Wicho.
It's just Weecho.
Something else to start with.
I mean, it's
No,
Luis.
he wasn't Wicho when he met us. Cause
No.
it was just Luis. Wait, it was Luis.
Luis.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is Luis.
I guess
my
there's
bad.
like 14 Luises and 10
Yeah, we gotta switch
Jose's,
it
and
up.
everybody's got us a new name. Because it'd be like
That's-
Jose, be like Jose, fucking who?
That's another. For some reason, like that's another one that I started calling him Wicho.
Why?
That's
Because I know
it's like-
I know a Weecho.
It's like what's an American name
Dick.
that has
Richard.
that spells like
Richard.
like Richard, and you can call him Rick, or you can call
Dick,
him
I think.
for real.
Right?
It's something like
All
that.
right, so Wicho.
It's like me. My name is not Lalo. It's Eduardo. But in Mexico, everybody that has the
They
name
shorten
Eduardo,
everything.
they call him Lalo. You know.
It's a quick.
And we have two Lalos.
So
in the
so
club.
Wicho, that's
Like,
another one.
Lalo.
Anyone that has the name Luis, you can call him Wicho. It's the same thing. So I started calling him Wicho, but he was Luis before Krazy Vatos. Now he's Wicho forever.
It's Wicho. Forever. But we do have 4 Luises in the club.
Yeah, no.
No, we have Wicho, we have Piojo, we have Mata. Am I missing
Don.
one?
Don Luis.
And Don Luis. Yeah.
That's the only one that can keep the name.
Yeah.
But it's Don Luis.
Yeah.
The OG.
Yeah.
That's our
He's
OG.
Yeah.
But they're all Luises. Yeah. Maybe we
I'm
gotta
pretty
get
sure.
him.
I'm pretty sure someone else has
Yeah.
the name.
He
But
doesn't say it.
he hasn't say it because he knows there already too many.
Yeah, no, that's not cool.
I want that picture.
This one?
It's for sale.
Down with the van.
That was with the van.
Man, you need to stop putting prices. What I told you, put prices on that shit. They don't mind. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They won't
No,
ask.
this actually, believe it or not, we're still missing a lot of pictures. And they're all pictures from the Brit has taken at the shop, and our plan is to put more pictures on there. But so far,
I always
that's-
liked that
that's what-
van.
That's what we got.
I did too.
Oh, you saw it over there too.
That's a real deal van.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah.
a true OG 70s van. There wasn't nobody tried to make that van. That was an original Survivor van. There was no, let's paint it, make it look like it, let's build a car. This is true
That's a
OG.
survivor.
Because of that photo, I started taking pictures of the cars like that. Because I took a picture of the van like that, and I was like, oh, this is dope as fuck. And then so they'd always have cars parked just like that, and I'd step outside that bay and shoot it like that because I like just that.
You did a whole video on that bay.
Yeah, yeah, and smoked everybody out with smoke bombs and shit.
Oh, that was with the one of the songs with Duende. Yeah, that's what we shoot. We had the green 65.
Oh,
on the
yeah, did
back.
that song there?
On that right there. Yo, look dope as shit. Man, y'all get creative.
You gotta
when
watch
y'all
out with
do
Carlos,
things.
and he's gonna end up buying that van.
Yeah, we know them. I mean, shit, you know them.
It's got a little airbag
I
system.
like the van, but I'm not really a van guy. But I'm gonna have to.
You have to at least own one.
I had a van. I had a solid blue 40 Eco line with a 5.0 in it. It was horrible, no windows. It was a serial killer van to the max. It had no compression, so when you'd mash the gas, you kind of just was hoping you were going downhill so you could move. If you were going uphill, you just threw your hand out and was like, sorry, please don't fucking kill me when you pass me. Yeah, I used to
That
drive
sounds
thing on-
like our work truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a word choice.
and I made a
You
lot. I made a lot of money in that
You know what
van
I'm
and
saying?
never
It's
fixed it.
down up. I gotta go.
Okay.
All right. Well,
My-
Carlos,
my-
thank you.
My old lady says the baby's got the shits, and I need to bring this medicine. He even sent a picture of it like I'm some idiot that needs.
Oh, no,
to-
you
Hey.
are. You need it.
I always
Be
ask
mad
for
when they don't send a
when my
picture.
wife sent me to the store. I always ask for the picture.
Yeah.
I have to have the
sent-
picture first.
she
If
sent
not,
me a-
I'm not leaving the
She
house.
sent me a picture, and then
I just
Yeah,
go
the
for it
baby's-
and I get the wrong shit. So
No. Don't
So
do
that she won't send you again.
yeah, no, I don't
Man.
do it on purpose. I just she
I'm gonna
should
start
have sent
doing
me a
that on
picture.
purpose though.
yeah, she sent me a picture. She's like, the baby's got the shits. Are you still at your podcast? You know what that means?
Yeah, you still fucking
Yeah,
around.
You
Yeah.
still with them fools, man?
Yeah. So
Wasting
and
your time.
tomorrow, one last leaving point is talking about how long we know each other. Isabella will be 6 tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, Isabella
Oh, girl.
wasn't even
She wasn't
around.
even. She wasn't even.
around,
Wasn't
bro.
even.
No, she
when we
wasn't
started,
even. Yeah.
so.
Well,
I mean, we all got kids that weren't around.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
true.
only
Jerry,
had one.
Jerry
Yeah.
had none.
He had none. I only had my
I
first
mean,
one.
Yeah.
My oldest is 6, bro. Yours
Yeah.
is turning 6.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
we're getting old.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
old.
yeah.
Mine are grown.
Well, this was our fourth episode with Carlos. I think this was a pretty good
Yeah.
episode.
Thank
One
you
of
for not
my
punching me in the face.
favorite ones, to be honest.
I appreciate it.
Because like I said, we know this guy for a good little bit of time right now, and we love this guy. That's I don't know how else to say it, you know. And this is what you guys just see. This is us every day, every time we meet.
Every time.
Every
Yeah,
time we
this
meet,
is-
this is us. This is us right here. You know?
For sure.
So let us know.
I appreciate and love
Carlos,
you guys.
thank you for coming.
No doubt.
Jerry, Brid.
Right, kick it over, fucking.
Y eso fue el Krazy Vatos podcast con Lalo KB.
Look, let him use his other Spanish word.
Brid,
Tell him adios.
let him go.
Adios.
Adios.
There you go.
That was good, man.
Yeah, she's bitching. She's like, you should.
It's fucking hot in here.